So here's the truth for your marriages today. I was reading this devotional about how every marriage has messiness and every marriage has challenges to work through. And in Ephesians 4, the Lord showed me that our marriages are only as healthy as our thinking is. Paul shows us that how we treat any other person is actually directly linked to the attitudes of our mind. And for unbelievers and believers alike, our mind, our thought life, is where our attitudes are formed. It says in verse 17 that Paul says that the Gentiles, the unbelievers, live with futile thinking and darkened thinking. Their minds are actually thinking separated from God's way of thinking. And the result of that is darkness, is what he says. And then in verse 23, he calls believers to be made new in the attitudes of their mind, which I think is the key, because Paul then gives a list of how being made new in the attitudes of your mind directly impact how we treat and relate with each other. So in applying this to our marriages, we have to believe that our thinking has a direct impact on how we choose to treat each other in the midst of those challenges in our marriages. So in those moments of tension, be aware of your mind, your thinking, and believe, if I'm thinking like God, the attitude that will come out towards my spouse will be love. Verse 24 says to be made new in the attitudes of your minds and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness.